Hey Sagittarius, welcome to this space. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry guys, I just sipped some coffee and decided to splatter everywhere. All right, Sagittarius, you are last but not least Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs. This is for your 2025 spiritual and emotional messages. This is about how you will be, how you feel in 2025, what your spirit is calling you to do. I am speaking to my ancestors. They are speaking through me for these messages. Take what resonates, leave what does not. We all have free will. We all have our own entities, dark and light, ancestors and creators, deities with us that we bring into this life every single year, right? So whatever I say in this message, you can take it as a grain of salt. You can take it as guidelines, but just know that you have free will and you have your own spirit to listen to confide in, and to follow. I'm just here to offer any type of guidance that I can, that I'm led to give, okay? I'm not here to, you know, necessarily be a teacher or anything, or, you know, tell you how to do things, what to do. It's you do what you feel is best for yourself, what your soul is guiding you to do. I'm just here to give you guidelines. That's it. Take it or leave it, okay? All right, for 2025, this is for Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs. I will also be posting or uploading a money reading for you guys, just like I'm doing for everyone else for the year 2025, okay? This one is a spiritual and emotional reading for the year 2025, Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs, okay? So let's go ahead and see here what the spirit realm is speaking to you about for the year 2025, Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs. All right, Sagittarius. There is some type of connection that in 2025, there will be some type of growth or expansion. That's gonna be happening with this connection. Now, what that growth is gonna look like be different for everyone. Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs, okay? But in 2025, there's definitely a connection with someone or something. Now, this can be you are mentally bound. No, it's not mental. It's not that. No, that's not what I'm getting. There's a person that you are spiritually bound to. Okay. This could be a family member, a friend, or a significant other or romantic partner, new or existing. Okay, when it comes to romance, doesn't matter. But there's someone, you know, depending on who this is for you in 2025, there's someone that you are bound to. There is some type of bond that you have on a soul or heart level. And that is kind of being broken open. It is, you know, kind of being blown up and expanded. For you guys. Now, if this is not a person, this is still a spirit, but it's attached to something or a place. So maybe you have some type of connection with a certain environment, a workplace, your home, your city, your country, your culture. There's something that you are spiritually or emotionally attached to as far as an environment or a tangible thing, like a thing. And again, that is also being expanded. There is more that you are learning or will be learning from this connection. There's more that you will be learning about that person, place, or thing. And also learning, in turn, you will also be learning more about yourself. Let's keep going. I'm kind of curious to know exactly. This is very interesting, Sagittarius. Now, if this is like a bond or a connection you have, like with a dream or a goal that you have, and you are, you know, really, your soul is calling to that, there's going to be some opportunities that come up for you to truly understand that aspect of your life, or that goal, or that achievement that you want to, you know, reach. All right, Sagittarius, Moon and Rising signs. There's more to be learned in this situation. There's more to know in a good way. So Sagittarius, Moon and Rising signs for the year 2025. Sagittarius, Moon and Rising signs for the year 2025. Yeah, so, all right, so Sagittarius, this is huge. Sagittarius, Moon and Rising signs, this is big. This is the type of energy that I'm seeing coming out for you guys in 2025 is big change, big like inner transformation. Like, some of you guys, I'm not encouraging anybody to, like, you know, I'm not encouraging you to do this, but some of you guys may have taken mushrooms or done a mushroom trip. Or had a really crazy trip with, you know, certain medicinal herbs out there. Okay. And it broke you open. And you've never been the same since. Now, others of you in 2025, you may go to a shaman, or you may do some type of mushroom with a friend or with a professional, what have you, or with a spiritual practitioner, what have you. Some of you guys are getting this pull or this tug to dig deeper within the spirit realm or within yourself. Do some deep healing. There's something that needs to be healed and deep inside of you. And you just, Sagittarius, Moon and Rising signs, there's something that you want to feel, or something that you want to know more of about the world around you, about this human psychology or the human soul, about your soul. And in 2025, I'm getting like this energy of like going to a shaman, going to an initiation, traveling to a certain country or a certain state for an initiation, or for a retreat. You want to know more about this planet that you've been born into. You want to know how your soul's attachment to it, like you want to, you know, like how it exists and why. You know, there's some deep meaning to your life that you want to know more of in 2025, and maybe you want to know more of it now. Some of you guys are realizing that in 2025, there's more to this world than what meets the eye. There's more to this world than just us, you know. Maybe you're starting to believe that there is an underworld, or there is another planet attached to this planet, you know, in another dimension. Like some of you guys are opening your eyes and your spiritual eye and realizing there's more, there's portals and dimensions. Like we are portals, like, and it's all interconnected. Some of you guys are getting into like parallel universes, things like that. Some of you guys may be having astral projections or spiritual encounters in different places and different dimensions on this planet. Like there's a lot. There's a lot here. Sagittarius, Moon and Rising signs. I was not expecting this to come out for y'all, but this is great. This is awesome. This is definitely going to be life-changing for you. So there's so much more to your existence, and you're realizing that, and you're craving more knowledge. Some of you Sagittarius in 2025, your timeline is changing, or maybe all of our timelines are changing, but this might be the lifetime where you completely transform your perspective, and you completely, you know, your soul's journey completely transforms. Maybe you've been doing some past life regression, you know. There's some things that you recognize and understand that others around you will not. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Moon and Rising signs for the year 2025, ancestors. Let's see. Okay, some of you guys are learning compassion. Realizing how beautiful the human mind and the human body is, how beautiful the human spirit is. Some of you guys are seeing human beings in a much more heightened sense, in a much more brighter light, and realizing the human potential in 2025, because you're also recognizing your potential. So therefore you're looking at everybody else and you're just like, we're all full of potential. Why, you know, and we're these powerful, we're these gods and goddesses walking on this carnal like realm, and we don't even know it, right? So there's something about your brain in 2025 is just exploding, right? Or it's just expanding, not in an egotistical way, but more like, you know, there's so much more to know, and there may be some things that you really want to share with people. Be careful with that, Sagittarius, because there may be some people who are not at this level. Okay, they're not at this level. And so you might have to pull back and be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't share that with them. You know, you got to know your group. You got to know your people. So if you're going to be sharing this type of information with people, Sagittarius, just make sure that they're people who are actually, whose minds are actually capable and have been opened and expanded to receive the information that you're giving to them. Okay, or that you're sharing with them. You might be excited about it. Yeah, there's something about like, I don't know. Okay, so some of you guys, Sagittarius, I don't know, Sagittarius, Moon and Rising signs, if you've ever, maybe some of you guys were on the brink of like ending your life, or you had suicidal thoughts and you were just over it. Or maybe you were just giving up on life and you were just like, you know what, I don't care anymore. I don't care about love. I don't care about romance. I don't care about friendships. You know, I don't care about loving myself or my health. Like maybe you just kind of took a turn and you were just like, who cares about all that stuff? What is life? Life doesn't matter. Like there may have been a point in time in your past where you got to that point where you were just so tired of caring, right? But then something happened recently, if not in the past year, where you were like, huh, it's really like amazing down here, or it's really amazing where I am. You know, I'm actually a powerful being, you know. People are not all that bad. This world is not so bad, right? Like there's, you know, maybe there's some of you guys that are realizing that a lot of people just need a lot of help. And maybe you're realizing that some people who hurt you or treated you badly or wrong, angry people out there, may just have a lot of resentments and just didn't receive the love that they should have growing up. And so maybe you're just realizing that, and you're maybe now you're expanding yourself, and maybe you're wanting to share this with other people to keep them from, doing things that they might regret, and giving away their humanity. Okay. Because maybe at some point, Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs, you were on the brink of giving up your humanity. Okay, maybe doing something that was illegal or doing something that was really bad because you were just like, who cares, and maybe to get yourself control, get some control, you wanted to hurt somebody or yourself, or you wanted to get into the wrong crowd and start doing things that, were not good, quite possibly, right? Some of you guys maybe almost were on the brink of getting into drugs, or you were on drugs and it almost took you out. I don't know. But for some of you, maybe you just had this, you were at this point where your humanity was like on the brink of collapse. And then something happened or something changed. Something was granted to you, or something, maybe there was a near-death experience or something like that. I don't know. But something happened where you're just like, whoa, like, what am I doing? This is what I can have. This is the love that I can experience. This is the, this is the power and the abundance that I can experience. Right? And you just made a U-turn, and you're just like, never mind. I need to get it together. I need to pull my head out of my ass, right? Like that's honestly what I'm getting for you right now, Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs. Maybe a person came into your life and you were just like, there's actually people like this in the world. Like people who are actually honest, people who actually like keep their promises, whatever, right? Maybe there's someone that's been in your life for a long, long time, and they were the ones that kept you from, doing something really bad to yourself or, to someone else or whatever. Maybe there was someone in your life, maybe a sibling or a parent or a grandparent, aunt, uncle, cousin, friend. Like maybe there was somebody who just, or maybe there was a therapist, maybe you went to therapy, or maybe there was a complete stranger or someone that you looked up to. Somebody that just showed you like, yo, you're worth it. Like you're good. Don't throw your life away. 2025 is going to be a huge turnaround for you spiritually and emotionally, where you will just you'll get it. You'll understand like life is awesome. I need to completely reevaluate my existence and understand, like have a change of heart towards life and towards people, or, towards myself. Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs, ancestors for the year 2025. Have compassion on yourself, Scorpio Moon and Rising signs. If that's something that you struggle with, I'm just telling you right now, it's not about feeling sorry for yourself. That's not what I'm saying. But really understand, like, wow, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot and I need help. I've been through a lot and I really need support. I need to forgive myself. I'm just a human being. I'm just a person. Right? There might be a relationship with somebody that you need to start, and that bond and that connection you have with that person just might, or if anything, it will help you expand your mind. If you open yourself to that person and that connection with that person, they just might help you. Right? Yeah, trust. It says, I know that God in his infinite wisdom and love is answering my prayers right now. So yeah, you'll realize that your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, those who look after you, that they've been with you all along. But others of you, you're going to realize that there are people who are just like you, or who are in the same boat. You may realize that there are people who are suffering just like you suffered. and they're looking for help, just like you, right? And you might end up wanting to be the person to help those people. You may find that, you know, the problems that you had, that there are other people who have those problems, and that you have the answers. Wow, so variety. Okay, yeah. So Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs. Some of you guys may have had a bad, you know, a bad go, you know, a bad experience with addictions, right? Whatever addiction looks like for you, if you suffer from addiction, and maybe you know, put that addiction aside and tossed it out for a little bit, and now it's kind of knocking back on your door and you know, not threatening, but kind of like trying to tempt you, okay? And you may have fallen right back into it, like you never stopped. Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs. You have to understand that your addiction, somehow you have created a bond spiritually. You have bound yourself to this habit. Who was I saying this to? Was it Virgo? Virgo, Moon, and Rising signs. If you have Virgo in your chart, I recommend that you check out Virgo's reading too, because their reading was a bit similar to this aspect of the reading. So for those of you who do suffer from addictions or feeling trapped or bound to something that you feel you can't get rid of, there's spiritual work that needs to happen here for your mind to expand. If there is no spiritual work, and you know, doing some emotional healing that you're willing to do, is going to be very difficult to overcome this addiction. And I'm only right now speaking to those of you who suffer from addiction. If there's something, maybe, you know, taking classes or going to AA, or going to therapy, going to get diagnosed for some type of an emotional illness or mental block or whatever, or an emotional mental incapability. These are things that you should definitely open yourself to. And you need to trust in yourself. You need to trust that whatever you are using your addiction to control or to cover up or to mask, you know, I feel like some of you guys, this addiction or this habit has been created because maybe you lost a sense of control in your life, and you used that habit or addiction to feel that you had some control over how you felt about what was going on in your life. But in 2025, Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs, you're realizing that I just got to trust that everything's under control and I'm okay. And that if I keep my mind clear, right, that everything is going to work out, right? Yeah. So that's just for those of you, for that bit, that's for those of you who may suffer from addictions, okay? But the rest of you, if this, you know, the rest of you, this is not about addiction. This is just about you expanding your mind and expanding your beliefs and challenging your beliefs, you know, expanding your existence and realizing your purpose, you know, in 2025. So let's pull a couple tarot cards for you guys. Last but not least, Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs. Let's see, Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs for the year of 2025. Some of you guys need to be okay and happy with being seen, with shining your light. Some of you guys may hide yourself a little bit. You may wear clothing or dark colors. Some of you guys may wear dark colors because you just, you know, that's just what you've been comfortable with. And maybe you stay away from certain colors because you feel like, oh, I don't look good in it, or, you know, that's too flashy, that's too much. Well, there may be a part of you that's actually afraid to be seen. There's part of yourself that needs to change your perspective of how you look in certain colors, right? And if it's not like a certain color of clothing that you wear, it's just your aura. You know, maybe you just need to, you know, Just really start making yourself known and walking into a room and feeling confident, not being afraid to speak up, not being afraid to make yourself, to introduce yourself, whatever, you know. Smile big. You know, some of you guys may not like your smile or whatever. Like there may be something about you where you're just hiding yourself, and it's because of, you know, past traumas or low self-esteem. Let's see, Sagittarius Moon and Rising signs for the year 2025. Let's see. That's transforming though. Yep. Sit on your throne. Sit on your throne, Sagittarius, Moon and Rising signs. Get back on your throne. You step down for a second. Now it's time to get back up there, right? There's some cards. Okay, I'm going to reshuffle because that is not... Things are going to get better, though. Things are going to get better. Sagittarius, Moon and Rising signs for the year 2025. Oh, maybe this is... Yeah, okay. Yeah, Sagittarius, you've been carrying a lot. Some of you guys have Leo in your chart for sure. Some of you guys, this is a Leo who is going to help you. Okay, you may have a Leo in your life who's going to help you. You are being reawakened. You are being woken up. Your fears, your doubts, the things that scare you, the intrusive thoughts, you are taming that. The things that you fear, the spirits and the entities, the dark entities, the demons that look really big and bad. Because I see with the Leo card, the Strength card, I see the lion as the demons or as the addictions or as the bad habits or intrusive thoughts or what have you. They look really big and scary. But then you have this individual who is just graciously, she's not using force or anything. She doesn't have they don't have a sword or a spear or arrow or anything. It's just their bare hands, and they're just holding this lion's mouth, keeping it from hurting them. That is confidence. That is true strength and confidence, Sagittarius. Right? You have two infinite symbols here. Two. The Two of Pentacles and the Strength card. So you will always have infinite struggles. You're always going to, that's always going to be there, right? But with those struggles, you have infinite strength. You will always have choices to make, to juggle between, but you also will have infinite strength. The gifts that you have are infinite, right? So some of you guys may be limiting yourself because you feel like, well, you know, I only have two things to work with. Well, work with them with your infinite strength. Make them level up, right? If there are two things that you have to juggle at a time, then you work with those things. You have a lot of strength, right? But sometimes you're carrying way too much. You need to dwindle them down to, you know, a couple things that you can focus on in your life. Two things, maybe some of you guys need to have two things that you focus on your day-to-day, so that way you're not focused on these distractions or this addiction. You need to get back up on your throne, right? You need to get back up on the horse, heal your wounds. You've already been hurt by this situation before, right? You've already been hurt before. So why go back to it, right? This individual is going to be stronger after whatever hurt them, whatever bruised them. They survived it. They're not dead, right? They didn't get taken out. But now they've learned. They've learned whatever is on the other side of this wall of staffs is experience. Okay? They know what's on the other side of these staffs. And now they have created a layer of protection, or just, you know, kind of created this demeanor of, I've been through a lot. I've learned a lot. And I know what to expect from what's on the other side of this, and I'm not going back, right? And they got to move on. So whatever you've been through, Sagittarius, Moon, and Rising signs, you know what you've come out of. You know what you've survived. You know when there's certain situations where you can tell people, like, I've already been there, done that, and this is what it can do to you, right? These are the traps that you can fall into, right? And you want to expand. You want to expand and grow from that, right? You don't want to go back to what you came out of. You want to move forward and grow from it, right? You've carried a lot. Now it's time to rid yourself of that burden and just, pick a couple things that you can, pick up and learn and grow with. Pick up a couple tools that can help you, or only talk to up to maybe two people in your life who are very healthy and consistent in their lives that can help you be healthy and consistent in your life, right? All right, Sagittarius, much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.